Hi everyone, welcome at Dropsolid ETV. Today's webinar is about Drupal as a DXP and the opportunities especially for Drupal agencies. My name is Els, I am part of the marketing team at Dropsolid and I am very happy to introduce to you our speaker of today, Dominique de Koolman. He is the founder and the CEO of Dropsolid. Before we start, I have a few housekeeping rules that I would quickly like to explain. As a participant, you are not able to speak up or unmute yourselves, but we have a chat. It's on the right side of your screen. You can just type any questions, and after the webinar, Dominique will come back to you, and we will have a short Q&A. The presentation will take about 30 to 40 minutes, so afterwards we'll do the Q&A and we'll be done. So we will come back to it later. That's it for me for today. I hope you enjoy the webinar and get inspired. And then I would love to give the floor to Dominique.
All right. Thank you, Els, for the introduction. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. So this session is about how to, as an agency, as a Drupal agency, how to stop selling websites with Drupal and start creating personal experiences with Drupal, and thus generating more value for you as an agency. Now, a little bit background. Started out as a software engineer, founded Dropsolid in 2013 together with my co-founder Steven. And since then, we did a lot of experience in business and in sales and marketing. A lot of digital marketing as well. Been also a part with the Drupal community for quite some time now, and from that expertise, we kind of came to the concepts that you will see in this webinar. So main concepts are that in the market of today, the Drupal CMS, just as a CMS isn't enough anymore. We're competing against the Sitecores, the Adobes. They bring other capabilities. Very important is to get to know your customers, because that will be really crucial to build that next level of digital experiences. And if you can make the move from CMS to DXP, a lot of return on experience, ROX we call it, will be available for your customers, and it will make you a lot more relevant and future-proof. So let's look at a first concept, the digital roadmap. So most customers go from simple websites, couple of pages, putting the services and the products on it, and then they move gradually. They start to building user journeys. They start to build personas. They start to segment. They're trying to do rule-based interactions. And then along the way, a lot of marketing technology comes into this, marketing automation, customer data platforms to achieve personalization, to get all the way here where, in fact, we can communicate to every customer in a personalized way. Why do we want to do that? Why do we want to reach that goal? Is because we want to achieve a close relationship with the customer, and because of this close relationship, we can do a lot more business with him, and he'll stay far more loyal. So getting that customer centrally is really important. And the customer is getting messages from all different channels in all sorts of contexts, physically, experientially. So yeah, that's quite a task to get all that right. And therefore, a new concept is on the market, which is called a DXP, a digital experience platform. Is basically a platform that helps you organize this complexity. So it's not just branding for websites or for CMSs. It's a fundamental shift, as it was when we moved from HTML, CSS to CMS, and the shift from CMS to DXP is probably as big. So if we zoom a little bit in what's the difference between a CMS and a DXP? We will see that we see a lot of concepts appear. So the focus on the experience, while in a CMS the focus is on the content. That's a big difference. We also see that knowing the customer is key. Personalization, omnichannel analytics, user experience, we'll all see these key concepts come. And then on the platform side, because of cloud, because of AI, because of integrations with all sorts of technology, we get the possibility to create a better scale, reducing marginal costs. And if you look at the Gartner definition, we can see that the management system we're all very familiar with using Drupal as a CMS. We have the content management, collaboration, we have the user system, security, the permission system, basically. On the left side, we have experience, search, navigation, it's all there. Also experience, presentation, orchestration. You could say Drupal is already working its way up there with the site building. It could be considered experience, presentation, orchestration. But if you look at personalization, context awareness, analytics, and optimization, it's not there out of the box. And on the other side, we also see things like the usability. Okay, we made big steps, multi-channel support, the headless initiative, it's getting there. Also a strong architecture and application development framework in Drupal. Cloud, several companies like Acquia, Pantheon, Dropsolid, we offer Drupal in the cloud, so that's also possible. But if we look at AI and getting Drupal to be smart, well, we kind of are missing there a couple of capabilities there. So to explain what a digital experience platform is to a business person, I often use this slide to explain to them, like, look, as the system that manages the complexity of the outside of your organization with the inside of your organization, using customer information, product information, things you know about the market, and get them to your users in a relevant way, in a personalized way through all these channels. Well, that's what a DXP is managing. If I would be explaining it to a more IT-oriented person, I would show them this very simplified enterprise architecture diagram where they'll see their familiar tools in the stack, in the business logic layer, with the ERP, the CRM, the product inventory management system, etc. The authentication. Well, on top of that, you have your experience layer, and the experience layer is managing the connection with the outside world. If you look at marketing personas, we would say, like, look, at DXP is helping you to get all this traffic where you're already doing a great job of personalizing it and paying these companies like Facebook and Google a lot of money to run ads which are targeted to certain personas at a certain point in their journeys. Why not continue a personalized journey on your own platform, on your own your first party data? Why not use it? So that's why you need a DXP to continue that journey, to capture the user's behavior on your own platforms, using tools which we will see later. So you can use all that data to create a better experience and successfully drive customers through the funnel and keep them happy, making them promoters and generating business growth, achieving more lead generation, achieving more awareness, etc., etc. So then next question, next concept to understand is, why invest in experience? Well, I got some research about this, about customer experience. So most investments, like actually 93% of investments, generate some kind of an ROI if you are working on improving your customer experience. So what we see is we have increased customer satisfaction, increased revenue, lifetime value, but we also see things like reducing the cost of service, imagining people getting a personalized journey, understanding what your company is trying to achieve with them. They can find things themselves. They don't have to call you. They don't have to email you. It just saves everybody a lot of time. And this also increases your brand value because you're perceived as a company that understands its customers, or as a government that understands its citizens, or an organization that understands its members. It will increase the positive perception of your organization. Now, this is a more macroeconomic one, and if I'm very curious to see how this continues in 2020. But if you were to invest in the 2000s, $100 in the standard market, the S&P 500, which tracks the standard market, you would have gotten like 157 euros. But if you've invested in a portfolio with companies who were focusing on customer experience, that would have been like 5 times more. And I said, really curious to see how it is after this year. And then another concept to understand in this whole journey, if you want to get your customers on this level, is the return on experience. So what's in it for them? Like, what is their return on a better experience? And I got some research from other competing systems that are not Drupal, which proprietary systems have been investing in this area for quite some years. And we definitely see some beautiful cases here, like with more page views, with like a lot more page views, decreased bounce rates, email rates going up, better services. This translating in vast operational cost decreases and in increasing business opportunities. If the bigger these companies and the more customers they have, the more the effect is multiplied. So if you start to like really calculate what this can do for a business, this quickly turns into huge numbers, which can be really surprising. And then, of course, there's the e-commerce use case, where we see more order values, greater conversion rates, less abandoned carts, etc. And yeah, wouldn't it be great if we could do this with Drupal as well? Because the customer will also look at the end of the year, like, okay, how is my customer lifetime value increasing? Which means, are my customers spending more with me, and are they going to stay longer? What is the impact on acquiring new customers? And in a government context, could be like, what is the cost for us for the citizens to start using our service, or an organization for our members to start using a certain service that we are providing? And on the third side, we have of course the cost and the scalability impact of what we are trying to do. And a DXP is having an impact on all three of them, because a happier customer will stay longer, obviously, and they will promote us with other customers, so our acquisition costs will go down. And because they can be served more scalably, also our costs will go down, which will give us more opportunities to innovate and to invest more in customer experience and get better and better and better. So this will allow us, as our business to grow. Now, if we look at Drupal as a DXP, how could that look like? And well, I have a small video to explain a little bit how that could go from an end user's perspective. So let's watch this 2 minutes.
It's working.
Is it hearable?
No, we don't hear anything.
Okay.
Maybe you can open it in YouTube.
Wait, I see what's the problem. The site was muted. Now we'll get there. Okay, stay with us. Second try.
The Dropsolid
Yes.
Experience Cloud enables you to optimize the customer experience, resulting in higher conversion rates and better customer satisfaction. Let's have a look at how this works. We have our anonymous surfer searching in Google for flower piece. There we go. Well, look at that. The first result she gets is Florista, a website with a fully integrated Dropsolid Experience Cloud. Our still anonymous visitor is browsing the homepage. She's scanning through the themes of the new collection, looking at the featured products, and taking a closer look at the upcoming workshops. While she's doing all that, the personalization AI is using his magic. By using machine learning, the AI identifies different segments of visitors and tries to fit our visitor in one of those segments. On the Florista website, there are 3 specific segments. There's the B2B prospect, the online shopper, and the explorer. He or she is now looking at the latest inspiration from the blog and is showing an interest in the first article. There's a great step-by-step guide on how to make your own flower arrangements. And there we go. The AI has identified this visitor as an explorer. That's how long it takes. Our explorer gets to the end of the blog article and fills in a form to receive a free download. Great! Now our explorer has a name, and we even have her mailing address and consent to start sending newsletters. Our anonymous visitor isn't that anonymous anymore. Let's have a look at what information we've received. So, her name is Sophia Mertens. Her email address is sophia.mertens@gmail.com. And we know that she's an explorer. We even know what she looks like from the picture connected to her Google account. The log shows when she first visited the website and what actions she has performed. And now, the fun part. Let's put that information to good use. The next time Sophia visits the Florista website, the homepage looks slightly different. We know she's an explorer, not an online shopper or business, so the content has changed to reflect that. The subscription form for the workshops has been put at the top of the page, just the way Sophia likes it. As an explorer, she's eager to learn and get creative herself. She's not looking to buy a flower piece, not at this point at least. How great would it be if Sophia also received newsletters tailored to her needs? Oh, there's a new email. Let's see what's in it. Wow, workshops, tutorials, DIY packages, exactly what she was looking for. Now that's a great user experience.
All right. So this gives a bit an idea of what is possible from an end user perspective. You can think of much more cases with other personas in a government context or in an organization context.
The Dropsolid Experience Cloud enables you to optimize.
All right. Sorry about that. So Sofia's journey, if you look at Sofia, so what happens is you define your personas. You're using the ad channels that you can already use to personalize, which activates a customer. Then we're trying to get them activated on the website. And once they are on our domain, we get a lot of information about our customers, which we're not always using. Then at the end, we'll get the conversion, And because we captured all this information, we can start nurturing our prospect, Sophia, and we can start to personalize the website. We can start to personalize the email which is being sent to her. So this is a very simple example that shows all the different concepts. But how is it made? How do you do this with Drupal? Well, obviously the sites are created in Drupal. The newsletters are created in Mautic, which is an open source marketing automation platform, which is similar to what Drupal is in the CMS space. Mautic is in the marketing automation space. Then on the website, we have the integration between Drupal and Mautic. So the forms you are seeing on the website, they're generated in Mautic. They're embedded on the Drupal site. There's also a tracking code that runs on the website. And the final one is Unomi. Unomi is a customer data platform which is going to capture all the interactions the customer is doing with the website, like all the content they're clicking on, where they are going with their mouse ID, all the little engagements you make on a website. Unomi is capturing that. And in fact, we go through 5 stages. So the first one is to get insight in our visitors. So once we've captured all that data, which is being stored in Mautic and Unomi, we can start to build segments. So we can build based on certain interactions. We can define customers in certain segments. And then using these segments, we can use this in our CMS system and in our mail marketing automation system to personalize across these channels. And then finally, we also can get insights on our campaign performance per segment. So let's try to, we'll use Google Analytics, for example, to visualize the behavior of our traffic for that segment. And we can enhance, we can learn from that and make the experience better and better and better. And this is done with first-party cookies. So you'll give the consent to, you ask consent to your users to do all this tracking. So you are compliant with all the GDPR laws, and you can delete them when they request for that, or you can send them all the data and everything you've done with the data. You can give it to them. So how does that look like in the Dropsolid platform? We've built the interfaces on top of Unomi. Unomi is an open source engine which you can host, just like, for example, you would be hosting Apache Solar. So we host this, we make it secure, but we also provide the interface where you can track all the different profiles, where we can track all the different events these profiles are generating, and where we can start building segments manually, or we can also use AI algorithms to build the segments. So this allows us to use a clustering algorithm to look at all the traffic and all the different engagements and ask the AI to segment our traffic into relevant segments. And if our website is really well built for all our different personas, the AI should definitely, it should show you the different segments that you're trying to serve on your website, which will make it very easy for the AI after a couple of engagements to put someone in a certain segment. So you can use that to personalize your website, but you can also do it manually based on almost any type of engagement the customer is doing, from browser, from screens, from whatever engagement where he's clicking on, what's converting, from which campaign is he coming in. which pages he has visited. All this data is available, so you can build segments from this. Which gives us, in this example, we have the Explorer, who was Sophia, but we also have online shoppers and B2B. And then if we're doing special campaigns for Mother's Day, for example, we'll have this Mother's Day campaign coming in, for example. So these segments are also dynamic and evolve. Which, for example, if you would be the Mother's Day thing, you would be tracking a UTM tag in your campaigns. In your Drupal site, it would be if you would be using Layout Builder, for example, you would drag a block on the Layout Builder, and then you would say like, okay, I only want to show this block for this segment Unomi is giving me, and it will only show that block. And then using a little browser plugin, it's very easy to check the different sites, the different versions of the sites these different personas get to see. And then in Mautic, of course, there's an integration with Unomi where you also have these same segments available, so you can start building emails based on these segments. So you can build blocks in your email and then say, okay, only this block can be shown to the explorers, for example. And then if you're sending a newsletter, you could send a different newsletter to all the different segments that you have. And then the form automation is also really easy. You're building your form. You can build like flows, opt-ins, etc. All these different. You can then do different flows for different segments. Embed the form in your website. Select it. It's a little module we contributed. It's called Mautic Forms. And then you can select the form and you get it on the website. And voila. And then the final part is the campaign performance. So what happens is that Unomi can send a custom dimension to Google Analytics. So a custom dimension is an extra dimension you can segment the data of Google Analytics. So normally you would just have your sessions, your conversions, and you would have it. You can have new returning visitors, but another dimension could be the segments that you have defined. So you can track your conversion rate per segment in a certain time frame. You can also check like session duration, and you can compare this before and after you've been personalizing. This way you can report to customers if the efforts of personalizing the experience have been successful. Now, if we look at implications as an agency, like here in Belgium, Dropsolid also is active in the market as an agency in Flanders. That's our home market, where we started out as a Drupal agency 8 years ago, and we saw a lot of implications when starting to go with the DXP approach. So like one thing we noticed that like if we're selling an experience, we are not only talking Drupal development work with our customers, we're also talking strategy, we're talking UX and design, because these journeys have to be defined. There tends to be more integration work, because if the customer wants to use also CRM data in Unomi or in Mautic, there's more integration work. There's also more optimization work. Looking at the dashboard, building dashboards, working with the customer on another level than only on the technical level. And this made us a strategic partner for our customers here in the local market. As a Drupal agency, we're far stronger now especially because a lot of full-service digital agencies are emerging, and well, this helps a lot to still stay true to our tech roots, Drupal roots, but offer that extra these extra capabilities as a company, that we can deliver value and we can um, create a return on experience and achieve our customers' goals. Now, if you don't do that, we see that margins tend to get lower and lower, facing lots of competition, offering commodity services. It's more difficult to get to the more interesting work, and I think it will also become more difficult to attract like the great talent that's doing the more interesting projects. So if we look then at the implications for the customer, well, of course, yeah, the customers have their return on experience, which is the more time on site, etc., the higher customer lifetime value. They get to know their customers, all these things. And if you look at the people who are executing this, our developers, our marketers, or marketers that partners we are working with, we see that they work a lot closer together, and also the developers will have a focus more on building the experience, so they'll be more focused on like delivering a great digital experience, not just great code, but also knowing what they are building. And then of course marketers and content managers, they have far more control in building an experience, because they're combining data and content, and they have that extra dimension, that extra data to create more impact. So how can you become a part of this? So obviously we try to contribute also a lot. So we contributed the installer, the module to connect Unomi, the Mautic paragraph. If you want to know more about this, I think our CTO Nick Feenhoff is a good starting point to talk to. And then more on the business side, I think, well, we have the vision to bring an open digital experience platform to the global market, especially tailored on these mid-sized enterprises. So the customers that we work with an agency, our ambition is not to grow our services, but grow our product in globally. So yeah, we are definitely open to partner with other Drupal agencies who are looking for getting an extra to building their value proposition towards their end customers with new tools. So yeah, if you like to become a partner, check our website and sign up. That will be me you get to talk to, then to see how we can help each other, how we can make each other grow. And this concludes the presentation. So selling Drupal as a CMS is not enough anymore. We see a lot of competition coming up, offering all these capabilities. We think Drupal has to do this as well. Our customers want to get to know their customers, so we want to help them with this. If we can make this move from CMS to DXP, I think we'll stay relevant, because we're offering our customers a lot of return on experience. So yeah, that was it. Thank you very much. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to take them.
Any questions, put them in the chat on this side of the screen. We'll wait a few minutes longer to see if any questions are coming in. If you happen in the future to have any questions, just go to our website, fill out the contact form, or send to Dominique@dropsolid.com. He will also be able to answer all of your questions, of course. Right. I don't see any questions coming in right now, but know that you can always contact us. Dominique, thank you for the presentation. I think everybody learned a lot and they got very inspired. And also, I want to thank the audience for listening. Have a nice evening.
Right. Bye-bye.